Good afternoon, everyone. Here is a grand old bridge. I have seen it at night from underneath in the moonlight. I have sat on the subway several times crossing this iconic bridge back and forth. But here's the one thing that I've never found the time and the weather to do, and that is to walk across this iconic bridge. So I finally walked the Williamsburg Bridge. So now, join me, Terry Dixon, for an adventure for anyone as I take you along on my walk across this iconic bridge. And you'll find it down here just north of the Manhattan and Brooklyn bridges. We entered at Delancey Street, exited around Marcy Avenue, and we came down from Grand Central on a green one to the City Hall station and switched over to an F to Delancey Street. And this is the entrance to this magnificent grand old bridge. Now, the Williamsburg Bridge is a metal suspension bridge. It does have some stone at its very base down in the river, but most of this thing is steel, baby. And in this traffic and everything, we are walking up here, and you will find that your elevation changes regularly crossing this bridge. It is the path from the entrance to the exit for the walking path is over 7,000 feet long. This is well over a mile up here, folks. It is about 1.5 miles to walk across this iconic bridge. But this thing has been set up for exactly that ever since it was built. Now, originally, this massive bridge was used for trolleys, but in the modern era, they updated it and it now runs subways and vehicular traffic, as well as pedestrian and bicycle traffic. It has 8 lanes for cars on either side and 2 lanes for the subway in the middle. It has 2 tracks, and then it has the walking path and the bike path. And you change your elevation, like I said, constantly. You come up from the road when you are walking or biking. You get up here where it splits, bikes to the left, walkers to the right, basically bikers to the north, walkers to the south. For some reason, the pedestrians always have a south view off of these bridges. Don't quite understand it. But what happens here is then you have the vehicular traffic below you. But out of the ground will come the subway. And the subway is underground just before it hits that bridge. What happens is that the vehicular traffic goes up a little bit, levels out. The subway will come up between the lanes of traffic, and then it will come up, as you can see, the pedestrian path and bike path are kind of the top level here, but the train will come up, they will meet the pedestrian path and the bike path, and then they will level out. And then you find yourself on that walking or riding path on either side of it, that now you are rising above the traffic and above the subway and above everything down there. So there are 4 lanes going towards Brooklyn, 4 lanes going towards Manhattan, and 1 track going towards Brooklyn, 1 track going towards Manhattan for the subway. And it all runs across the bridge. Now, the subways that run across the bridge are the J, the M, and the Z. No, they're not all the same color. The M is an orange one, the J and the Z are a brown one. So make sure, that you know where you're going when you get on the bridge, because these subways, orange and brown, go to very different places, folks. But this is a great route for the scenic route if you happen to be going from South Manhattan out to JFK Airport, because the J and the Z go out to Jamaica, where you can catch the air train over to the airport. So what else do we need to know about all of this? Well, the walking path we got on pretty much at Delancey Street. I think it's about a block away, and started our walk. On the other end, you'll see that we don't get off at Marcy Avenue. We had to walk a few blocks to get back to the subway and go back to Manhattan. So this isn't a just subway to subway stop. path across the bridge. It's a little off, but still it's only a few blocks. Couple on one side, one on the other. It's not bad. And then, of course, as you come up, you have these magnificent views. They are all around you. You're watching people ride by the old portals. Those little buildings on either side, they're connected. They're anchor buildings. They're on top of the anchors that hold that suspension bridge up and keep it from falling in the river. But the buildings themselves, they used to be used to run the trolleys. Now they are electrical portals. So they still have a lot to do with the bridge between the lights, the subways, and the signals and everything they've got going on. So they still use them just very differently, and they are not accessible. Now you can see us coming down on the other side. The subway just keeps going up. It is an elevated train once it gets over to Brooklyn. So it comes out of the ground in Manhattan, and it just keeps going up, 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 up till it gets to Brooklyn. Then it's elevated. Once again, it's right down here. We went from Manhattan to Brooklyn. We took a green train down, got the F over to Delancey Street, and started walking. And then after about a mile and a half, you come down to the end of the ramp. And it is, like I said, a few blocks short of Marcy Avenue. You'll want to take a left here, actually, or take a right, take a left, and go down to the subway station to take this wonderful ride back across. Now, you may have noticed that thing is fenced in, folks. So the one thing you're not getting off of this bridge when you're walking is a clear view. I don't know what to say about that. It's for safety, and I get it. But anyways, it was a magnificent walk across this bridge. I mean, you didn't have the views that you have from, say, the Manhattan Bridge to the Brooklyn Bridge. It was more like walking the Queensboro Bridge, which is also all fenced in. But it was a beautiful walk on a beautiful day. I recommend walking any bridge in New York, so of course I'm going to recommend this on the grand old bridge at Williamsburg.